each other. I think we said it on the air. So I was like, oh, I see. Okay, he starts on the. Well, seems to be this is the situation. Nancy Kerrigan, who lives in Massachusetts, her friend lives out here. And when she visits out here, she stays with this friend. Now, her friend listens to our program.
Hey, Warren.
Her friend found humor in this whole Warren Littlefield thing, called Nancy, and Nancy does know about us because she listens when she stays with a friend out here.
Because her friend listens to the show and they listen to go with a friend.
And so her friend called the show, or called our office yesterday at about, 12:30. Mm-hmm. We were in there, and she goes, I called Nancy, and she was just laughing about this. We don't know if she's going to go for this, but we asked the friend, can we call her? Can we call her? And she said, yeah, here's her number. She said she'd be okay to call.
We have
now
Nancy Kerrigan.
So we got to run this by her if she's going to be in town.
All right, let's dial the number.
Calling Nancy Kerrigan. Somebody say Massachusetts. I can't.
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts. Massachusetts.
Okay.
Massachusetts.
Oh, it's ringing.
I can't say Saturday. 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 Now if you throw a night...
Answering machine.
All right, well, you know.
I mean, she's there. Hello, Nancy. This is the Mark and Brian program. I think your friend called you. Hi! Hey! Yeah! Can we put your voice on the air?
Warren's business page right
Okay, yeah, okay. Put her on. Nancy?
Yes?
Nancy Kerrigan.
Good morning.
Now, you talked to your friend who you visited, and she told you about all this, and so you know who you're talking to.
Absolutely.
Okay, Mark Bryan, of the Adventure Mark Bryan.
Your friend called you yesterday?
Yeah.
And told you about
called
this?
me yesterday and filled me in on what you guys were cooking up. I thought it was pretty funny.
Well, here's the thing. Now, we don't know really what your schedule is. We don't know really what your days are like. But all we know is yesterday on the phone, we talked with Warren Littlefield, who is the president of NBC. We used to have a TV show on NBC for a very short time. Mm-hmm. There were 2 episodes that we made that were never aired. One of them is an ice skating episode where we joined the Ice Capades. And, you know, where it's kind of cute. It's whatever it is. But
we were just looking to get our show back on the air for a night.
Right. So we were thinking, we called him up. We said, Warren, you know, the ice thing going on, this whole deal, we thought that maybe it might be kind of fun if you were to put this on the air. So Warren threw out, okay, guys, I'm happy to air the show if you can get Nancy Kerrigan to come in there and host it with you, to be a part of it.
Right.
Now,
and then your friend heard this, and so anyway, we're going to call Warren Littlefield. Are you going to be in Los Angeles? Your friend told us yesterday that you're going to come to Los Angeles before you leave for the Winter Olympics. Is that true?
I'll be there Friday afternoon.
Now,
this Friday?
This Friday.
All right, now. All right, now listen. We'll make it as easy for you as possible. We'll come to you if we'd like to do a studio set, but we'll come to you if we have to. We'll make this as easy for you as humanly possible. If you could give us 30 minutes of your time.
And we'll just tape kind of a in-out host bumper thing. You and Mark and Brian, and then we'll show the episode.
We don't have to sit through the entire show. We just, like Brian said, just little snippets, and just having you sit there and you say whatever you want to say. We won't deal with the TH thing. We won't even mention that.
How is your knee, though? Can we ask you that?
Great. Thank you.
You okay?
Feeling strong, feeling good. Very intense practices, but it feels really good.
Your friend did say that if we talked to you, you didn't really want to talk about the other thing. Is that correct?
My full concentration is on Lillehammer right now.
Okay.
That's just where my head is, and that's where my concentrations have to be.
Okay. Good luck.
All right, Nancy, we have on the phone from, I guess, his car, the president of NBC Television. We have Warren Littlefield. Hey, Warren.
Good morning.
Morning. We like to introduce you to someone.
Hey, you know what? I got to say something.
Yeah.
I've been listening. You guys are good.
Hey, Warren, listen.
It's her friend who called. I mean, her friend heard you yesterday and thought it was funny.
And you said...
I put $100 down that you guys were going to deliver David Hasselhoff.
No. Hey, play the card. We have your words.
This is what you said yesterday.
I'll tell you what.
Listen, hang on.
Right now, I love you guys.
Right.
And so, it's either or. You give me either one of the girls, and you've got that special.
Okay.
Did you hear what you just said, Warren?
I didn't recognize that voice.
That was you. That was you. That was just 24 hours ago.
We have your quote.
I have a couple of questions for the caller on the line. I would like to know that this, in fact, is Nancy Kerrigan.
Ask any question you'd like.
It is, and don't insult her now. She's nice enough to call us.
Nancy?
Yes.
Nancy, at 4:30 in the morning, when you were a youngster and you used to go to practice at the rink up there in Massachusetts, what would your dad do to help prepare you for practice?
Are you referring to prayer?
Keep going. What else? How would he participate so that you could have your practice at 4:30 in the morning?
Well, we would pray together.
Uh-huh.
Is that what you're referring to?
No.
And there's a song we would sing afterwards.
Okay.
Nancy, let us just say this. Thank you for going on the air with us. And Warren, obviously, he has a right to be kind of, wondering leery about this, wondering if it's actually you. That's what he's doing.
Okay. So, but just understand this is
that's fine.
This is the president of NBC, so it's kind of okay. One more question, Warren.
Okay. Nance?
Yes.
Know who Brian Pike is?
I beg your pardon?
You know who Brian Pike is?
Yes.
What's his son's name?
Joseph?
What?
Joseph?
Close. That's close. This could be Nancy.
Warren,
Warren.
Okay, and once again, Warren, we'd like to play what you said yesterday real quick here. Just real quick.
I'll tell you what. Right now, I love you guys.
Right.
So, it's either or. You give me either one of the girls, and you've got that special.
Okay, now, Warren, we just asked, not sure if you were listening 5 minutes ago, but we just asked Nancy when we first called her if she was going to be in town. We heard she was. She's going to be in town Friday. Now, we can set up a taping. She said she'd do it Friday afternoon.
Yeah, now, Warren, along with that, also know, we have a relationship and all, but know that we, Mark and Brian, would not take up time of the president of NBC if we didn't really have Nancy Kerrigan on the phone. We understand you being Larry, but this, surprisingly, is Nancy Kerrigan. You said...
Well, we should hear that again, actually, shouldn't we?
I'll tell you what.
I think we should.
Right now, I love you guys. So, it's either or. You give me either one of the girls, and you've got that special.
Now,
Warren?
Are you sure that was me?
Yeah, positive, Warren.
it was you.
Nancy, do you know these guys? They could bring you down. Nancy, you're an outstanding world-class athlete.
This is Warren dancing.
Nancy, I think you should go all the way.
All right, Warren,
I don't want you to destroy your career.
Nancy, we promise you this will be a fun thing for you. You're going to come off beautifully. In fact, we will give you the right. We will show you all the footage that we shoot with you, and if there's anything in it that you don't like, that you're not comfortable with, we won't air it. That's called right of refusal. We'll give you that if you'll just simply say that you'll shoot a...
Now we're taking control of the whole damn production right out of Warren's hands. I love this.
What we need to do, Warren...
He offered his wife the same deal, man.
Now, Warren, we do need the studio time to be set up. She's only going to be in town for the weekend, and so Friday would probably be best for everybody.
And all we need to do, Warren, right now, before we hang up, is decide on the air date and exactly what time during prime time we're going to put The Adventures of Mark and Brian returning
back on the air.
NBC.
The lost episode.
What, Warren?
Who said prime time?
Hey, we talked about it yesterday.
You said, in fact, this is what he said. Isn't it?
I'll tell you what. Right now, I love you guys.
Right.
And so, it's either or. You give me either one of the girls, and you've got that special. Gee, I think I'm going through a tunnel here.
They were wondering when that was going to happen.
Phone connection.
All right, now.
I'm feeling a lot of static coming through.
Nancy, are you still having fun with this?
Sure.
Okay, good.
Now, Nancy, you've got to understand what's happening with Warren. He questioned whether it was you. We just want you to know that this will come off very nicely. It'll be a professionally well-done thing. We wouldn't poke fun or make fun. We just want a few minutes of your time to shoot the bumpers and to fill the request of the president of NBC, which we're doing if you say that you would. And just know that this is not a joke. We would like you just for 30 minutes.
I would be glad to. Friday afternoon?
Friday afternoon. Warren, you're going to have to get with your people and tell us when we can come in.
See, Warren, this is kind of like we're playing the game of tennis. You hit the ball in our court yesterday.
And now we're hitting it back in yours.
Right, so take your mallet and do something with the ball because it's coming at you.
See, he plays with a mallet, and I think there's the difference.
What, Warren?
You guys, I'll tell you something. Never underestimate Mark and Brian.
Thank you.
You guys are good.
Now,
because you've delivered the best.
Well, when do we put her on the air?
Well, you know what? I'm going to turn this over to the big guys. The guys
You're the big guy.
All the shots at NBC Business Affairs.
Well, when do we hear back from them? I mean, we worked all day yesterday to get this phone number, to get it down, because you told us what we had to do, and we took off and we did it.
Hold on 1 second. Let me get the violin music.
We didn't think this would put you in a bad position. We figured, Warren, that you gave us this assignment because you knew that we weren't going to get it. And we didn't think we were either. But luckily, Nancy's friend who listens to the show hears us. And when Nancy comes, she listens too. So that's why she's being so helpful.
Well, it's great. It's wonderful. All right. So let me go to my squares, and I'll call you back.
Warren?
Yes.
I'd like to introduce you to my assistant, Franny. Hi, Franny.
Hi.
Franny.
Warren.
Franny.
Warren.
Warren, if you could have been wearing a Depend diaper right now, would you have filled it up?
Pretty much to the top.
Oh, God. You know,
Franny is a friend of the show, and a good hand for Franny.
Oh, how did you come up with the answers to the question?
Kind of researched, huh?
Jeez.
Oh, just a little. I had a little help from my friend.
My God, Franny. Oh, my God.
You were good. You were on top of it, I must say.
Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah.
And Warren, we're not going to bother you anymore on this.
I don't think I'll ever take your call. I would say that's pretty correct.
Yeah. But kudos to a guy who runs a network and takes time to take out our phone call and let us fun with him. Please do take our call again.
Now,
Can we call?
When you, at the very end there, before you knew, Warren, you were actually thinking, okay, I'm going to go to the big guys. And were you going to the big guys to figure out how you're going to get out of it, or were you going to the big guys to figure out how we're going to do it?
I'll tell you something. The world is fascinated with Nancy Kerrigan. She is a world-class skater. She's a phenomenal athlete. It's a great story. I'll tell you something. It's great. It would be great television. Come on.
All right.
Warren, we'd like you to introduce you to Nancy Kerrigan. Ask her anything. Ask her anything at all, Warren.
So you're telling us that it takes a world-class skater celebrity to get our show back on the air?
Let's just say, would have helped.
Listen to that giggle of his.
We had Bronson Pinshaw, didn't we? First show? We had Bronson Pinshaw?
All right, listen, Warren, we know you're probably sitting at the parking lot going back into work. Thank you for taking our call and letting us have some fun with you.
It's great to talk to you.
All right, bud, we'll talk to you soon.
Hey, Warren ought to give Franny a screen test.
Without question. And everybody,
Nancy, we love you.
and everyone, please, Franny. Oh, yeah. Above and beyond the command, when you answer those questions correctly,
we were blown away.
Brian and I both, when he started asking questions, we both got up and started pacing the room. And
So did I.
Where did you get the prayer thing and the Joseph thing?
When we came up with this, we were thinking, okay, now Warren probably will try to test her, because he'll be suspicious. Yeah. But Franny, Franny, that's okay. Franny will just kind of stumble, and then it'll all be fun. We had no idea you could carry it that far.
I swear to God, it was off the top of my head, because when Brian and I talked about it yesterday, he said, don't think about it. And I said, okay, I'm not going to.
Hey, great job, Franny.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Okay, talk to you guys later.
All right.
Let's go ice skating this weekend.
Yeah, you go.
Bye.
Well, geez, when he said, Nancy Kerrigan is a world-class skater, the world is fascinated with her, and it would be absolutely. And it makes you want to just go get her.
Well, it ain't over yet.
All right.
Boy, I didn't want to say. We were looking at each other at the end. They were like, should we tell him? Should we not tell him? And I didn't want to tell him. Well, wondering how far this could go. But I guess there's some legal thing.
Well, no, the thing of it is that he would go back. He really would have gone to his programmers and say, look, we've got Nancy Kerrigan. We can air this episode someplace in prime time. And actually, it would happen. They would schedule it. that might have been. I mean, yeah, I understand. It would have been a funny joke and all.
He is a friend of the show, and he is a really fun guy.
But that might have been taken it once you involved the actual scheduling.